Have you ever wondered about Bonfire Night and the Gunpowder Plot? Every year on November 5th, people across the UK gather to celebrate Bonfire Night, a night filled with fireworks, blazing fires, and the smell of sparklers in the air. But what's the story behind this fiery tradition that dates back over 400 years? To find out, we have to go back to the year 1605, a time of political tension, religious divide, and one of the most famous conspiracies in English history. The story of Bonfire Night begins with the Gunpowder Plot of 1605, an ambitious plan to assassinate King James I and restore Catholic leadership to England. At the center of the plot was a group of conspirators led by Robert Catesby, but it's one member of the group, Guy Fawkes, whose name would be remembered for centuries. Guy Fawkes was born in 1570 in York, England, a city known for its rich medieval history. Today, his birthplace still stands and is known as the Guy Fawkes Inn. Many people don't realize that Fawkes was raised just steps from York Minster, one of England's most famous cathedrals. Some stories suggest that York's Catholic community, to which Fawkes' family belonged, greatly influenced his later political and religious beliefs. Fawkes was an experienced soldier who had gained expertise in handling gunpowder while fighting in the 80 Years' War. He and the other plotters rented a cellar beneath the Houses of Parliament and filled it with 36 barrels of gunpowder, enough to level the entire building. But here's a fascinating detail. Due to the damp conditions in the cellar, some historians believe the gunpowder might not have ignited as planned. Fawkes was likely unaware of this risk, which could have changed the entire outcome of the plot. An anonymous letter sent to Lord Monteagle, warning him to avoid Parliament that day, exposed the plot. On the night of November 4th, Guy Fawkes was discovered guarding the barrels in the cellar, where he was arrested. He gave a false name initially, John Johnson, perhaps in a final attempt to protect his co-conspirators. Fawkes was tortured and questioned over several days. While it's well known that he eventually confessed to the plot, what's less known is that his signature changed dramatically from the start to the end of his confession, showing the physical toll that torture had on him. Today, you can see this shaky signature on display in the National Archives. Although Guy Fawkes is the most famous, the plot involved a network of conspirators across England. Many were members of prominent Catholic families, and their properties were confiscated after the plot was discovered. Some of these properties, such as Cofdun Court, still exist and are believed to hold secret hiding places, known as priest holes, that were used to shelter Catholic priests during times of persecution. After the plot failed, people began lighting bonfires to celebrate the king's survival. Over the centuries, Bonfire Night evolved from a solemn day of Thanksgiving to a lively celebration marked by fireworks, bonfires, and festivities. Did you know that until the 19th century, Bonfire Night was even more popular than Christmas? It was a day of revelry, with towns competing to build the biggest and brightest bonfires. One of the most famous traditions is the making of guys, which are effigies of Guy Fawkes. They are crafted by children from old clothes and stuffed with straw or paper. As early as the 18th century, children would ask passers-by for a penny for the guy, which they used to buy fireworks. These guys were then thrown onto the bonfire, symbolizing the public's lingering disdain for the plotters. In Lewes, Sussex, Bonfire Night has taken on a life of its own, with torchlit processions and multiple bonfires set across the town. This celebration includes effigies of not only Guy Fawkes but also other historical figures, reflecting Lewes' unique tradition of social commentary through Bonfire Night. Another lesser-known fact is the rhyme itself. Remember, remember, the 5th of November. While it's commonly recited on Bonfire Night, most people don't know that the original rhyme was longer, with verses describing the plot in detail. The chant has survived over 400 years, ensuring that the memory of Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder Plot remains alive in British culture. Today, Bonfire Night is a celebration of British history and tradition. From small village gatherings to large-scale firework displays, it's an event that brings communities together across the country. But while the meaning of Bonfire Night has shifted over time, it remains a powerful reminder of one of the most dramatic plots in England's past. So the next time you light a sparkler or watch fireworks on November 5th, remember the story behind Bonfire Night. the tale of Guy Fawkes, the Gunpowder Plot, and the explosive legacy of a failed conspiracy that's been remembered for over 4 centuries. If you found this video interesting, hit the like and subscribe button and click the bell for notifications of new videos, where we will explore other curious topics. Until next time, stay curious.